All right, welcome everybody to a Tuesday game of League of Legends between Red Mountain High School and Gilbert High School. I'm here with my color caster, Will. My name
Hello.
is Gandhi, and we will be casting this game for you today.
So right off the bat, we see that they're banning Red Mountain's jungler straight out the gate. They're banning his two highest mastery champions, Echo and Viego. They're still leaving up his Nunu right now. We're going to see if he's going to be able to pick it or if they're going to ban him completely out of his three comfort champs. No, they are going to go for the mid-letter young boy.
From what I know, Young Boy does play a good bit of Katarina on this account.
He does play a good amount of Katarina, yes. So we're going to see the Alawi pick first. Quite a tanky champ. Well, Gilbert, the good team fighter. Really a weak early game, though. So we're going to see if Red Mountain can probably pick a champ that can abuse her or even just not even play around her. You know, like not a team fight heavy comp. This is interesting, you know, because you really just don't know. Oh, he's going to pick Garen into Alawi. Good matchup for Garen overall. He can pretty much just get rid of Alawi slows with his Q. And Alawi usually is a lot tankier, so Garen just does a lot more damage to Alawi. And we're going to see the Zac pick. A really tanky comp right out the gate for Red Mountain.
The Garen pick seems really interesting into Alawi, especially because Alawi is a character that really thrives on playing fights at low HP. But when you're playing against that Garen, that execute comes up from out of the sky and smites you out. She'll have to play around that, and it's going to be pretty hard for her.
Yeah. Out the gate, we have two really tanky top junglers for both teams, and then we see the Lux pick. We have, of course, we have some bursty mage right in the mid lane. We're going to see who Youngboy's going to choose after his main was banned. I'm thinking they need to have some sort of engage. They can't go like a Gallia. They can't go tankier. They have to go someone with damage. Maybe against the Lux, maybe like a Yas. I think a Yas would be good here. You know, overall, just having the wind wall along with the knock-up with Zac, we're going to see a Veigar cage, and we're going to go back to the bans. Veigar cage is quite nice. Other than Mundo can just walk straight out of it, maybe even run down the carries of Red Mountain. A Pike ban from Red Mountain.
And from what I know, Red Mountain support Firestriker does play a good amount of Pike, so I suppose they'd rather take that ban rather than leaving it up for the possibility of Gilbert's support to pick it up as well.
It's really interesting. There's no AD bans, even knowing no ADC has been picked yet. There's no AD bans, even knowing they should be banning out the bot lane right now. It's quite interesting. They're gonna ban the Yuumi. Of course, you know Yuumi's kind of annoying. I actually hate playing against Yuumi. It's kind of annoying how much he just heals and gives stats to players. I mean, in pro play, they're playing her quite a lot now. It actually is quite sad. That Yuumi is now one of the most played supports, in my opinion.
Yep.
I don't like playing against her personally.
Yep, with League of Legends Worlds rolling around right now, we're almost into the semifinals, and there's been a lot of Yuumi picks and bans. Pro players hate her just about as much as the general player base does.
Oh yeah, 100%. Okay, we have an MF ban. I like Red Mountain's comp right now. It's really bursty. They have a lot of tankiness for the front line. I don't like Gilbert High Schools though. Right now they don't really. They're pretty squishy. You know, MF can always just buy a bunch of lifesteal. She usually gets like bloodthirst and stuff like that. She can always just run away, get a lot of shields and stuff like that, and she can even get like Garen's a pretty tanky guy, but Mundo you can still burst them down pretty well.
Very true. And we are going to see the Thresh pick on 5 for Gilbert High School, and looking like a Nautilus lock-in here on 5 for Red Mountain.
Two hook supports. If we have a double engaged bot lane, I would literally love to see that because it's always just a lot of fighting. You know, you always like to see that. Ooh, is he gonna go Rakan? If he goes Rakan, Red Mountain has a little bit more engaged than Gilbert High School does.
Yep, because by the looks of it, that Gilbert High School comp, a lot of your engage and disengage is going to be found on that Thresh, especially with that Lantern and that Hook. They're definitely going to be banking on him playing well in those team fights.
You know, overall, I think Red Mountain has won the draft. I think so. I think their bot lane is going to be stronger earlier. As long as none of them get hooked, I think they're going to have a stronger early fight. Mid lane, I think it could go either way, but I think Veigar will have a slight advantage just with Cage. It's a lot easier for him to poke, and Red Mountain might even be playing for late game They always have some late game carry within Vagar, but I guess Gilbert High School also does have Senna. And then the tanky top lane, honestly, probably going to be a boring lane to watch.
Could be.
I don't know. You just have to see, there could be just massive fights constantly.
That is very
We
true.
never know.
That Zag pick in the jungle does look like it's going to be very explosive there. Whole lot of gank potential, whole lot of CC in those team fights, bouncing around and just absolutely knocking everybody up as much as he wants to. So here we are. We are going to be waiting for this spectator delay. It's around 3 minutes there. Of course, without a spectator delay, there could be an inherent advantage for either team with someone watching and communicating to them. So, of course, we do have to prevent any kind of extra advantage that would be unfair to the other team there.
That would be quite funny if, either one of the teams hired, like, a challenger coach to, like, watch the games, if there wasn't a spectator delay.
Yep.
For high school. That'd be quite funny.
It would be. a lot of those problems are come from decision making, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's just hard to know what to do next,
Yeah, well, we see it all the time in pro play too. A team that is obviously better ends up losing because they simply just don't have the macro, the team making decisions. Someone just always gets caught out, because they just don't have as good a communication as the other team. That's really how you win league, is through team cohesion rather than just straight up winning lane.
Very true. Lane is not the entire game. That is very true.
That's why I feel like Red Mountain has the better team fight comp. They have tankier people, in my opinion, and they have a lot more burst. So if they can get to their backline carries, they can just burst them down. Zach could actually get to the backline carries a lot easier than Mundo and Alawi can. 100%. If Thresh can hit a hook, it could just change a complete team fight. He hooks MF straight out the gate. It looks like they're just going to pocket MF and Vagar, in my opinion. Because there's really nobody else that does that much damage. Alawi does a lot of damage, but she's probably going to be more frontlining this game than actually doing the damage. We're just going to have to see, because we're going to have to wait till late game.
Very true.
I think we're going to have to wait till late game because there's no real, early, team fight wins. Irelia is banned, if it was an Irelia and she got fed early, you can probably end the game in 20 minutes. But you can't do that here, But we have a Vagar MF, two of the hardest scaling champs in the game, along with a Lux Senna. Senna, infinite scaling along with Vagar. I just realized that there's two infinite scaling champs.
Two infinite scaling based on grabbing stacks. Senna grabs souls. Vagar just hits people and kills minions. I suppose we could say that he takes souls.
He does. He does, yeah.
I guess he does. All right, we are almost getting into this game here. 30 seconds on that delay there.
I just want to say, for anyone that believed I couldn't be a caster, look at me now. I'm doing it.
We are, in fact, doing it. The two of us up here casting for y'all today. It is. We hope that you guys, however many people that we can count on one hand, 5 of you that are going to be watching these games today, will enjoy our commentary.
Oh, we're loading into the game.
And here we go, guys.
Oh, this is exciting.
That it is.
I can't wait. I mean, I really hope Red Mountain comes out with a win here. We have an Elementalist Lux.
That is a very expensive skin. What is that, $25?
$25.
$25,
yeah.
Or if you're lucky enough to get it out of an orb, is also possible here. And we are spawning into this game. We get a good luck, have fun here from Red Mountain's Garen here. Always nice to have a little bit of sportsmanship there. League can be a bit of a tense game for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
All right. All right, not a lot's going on right now. We just see two teams looking around, warding up, trying to make sure no one invades the other camp. Nobody's on Red Mountain's top side, so Mundo could potentially invade here. Is he going to? No, he's just watching for the invade. They are 5-pointing right now.
They are.
They are 5-pointing. That's crazy. They're watching every single opening for an invade. They're so coordinated here.
Does look like that Garen is going to be in that bush near that blue side tower with no vision on top of it. But he, of course, as Will just mentioned, he isn't there to watch for a possible invade there. Both Lux and Veigar are going to be spotted out by one another in that mid lane there. And it looks like we're going to be having this Mundo starting on that top side and this Zac starting on that bot side, each of them, making their pathing towards the opposite side there, looking for maybe that scuttle, maybe that invade, and maybe that gank on that respective
It's
lane.
interesting that Zac's starting blue here because I think he should be starting red and pathing towards bot side, especially because, Garen, I don't think he's going to carry this game. I think it's going to be the bot lane. So I think he should be pathing towards bot lane. Mundo right now is pathing towards bot lane, so it looks like they're going to make that their strong side. Alawi's going to play weak side, but Alawi can play weak side all she wants because she's just such a strong champ.
That is
Out
true.
the
She
gate.
can play those 1v2s very well there.
We see Thresh go for an early hook. Fails it. Overall, I think Red Mountains are going to have to play for an early advantage so they can just skill into late game and they can just shut them out. Because if you let Senna get to late game and she's fed, it's just over.
All that range and all of that extra damage and critical chance and all of that lifesteal coming in from her passive there. Looks like we've got some aggressive trading down in the bot lane here. That Senna going to be pretty low there, just below half HP. She's going to pop that pot, look to sustain through and stay healthy in this lane, especially with that misfortune that poke is very prevalent there. And it looks like we do have Zac in that top side brush there, looking for that gank on mid lane. He's going to be able to get the pull. The cage comes in, the stun comes through. Lux still has that flash available there, and she will be able to get out. Just not enough damage there from the early Veigar and the early Zac there. We're going to get a first blood up there in the top lane. That flash ignite is going to come through for that Garen, just going to be able to burst down that Alawi there. She will also be losing her flash, but she does still have that teleport available to catch this wave as it crashes into her tower.
Yeah, even though Garen ended up killing Alawi's solo queue, he's still going to crash this huge wave. He's going to get a free back here. Alawi deciding to walk back to lane, not TPing in, probably going to lose most of that wave. I think that's a misplay. I think she should TP to catch all that wave because she's going to be behind. She's level 2 right now. Garen's level 4. She's going to be behind for the rest of the game unless she can get an early kill somehow, but I don't see it happening being down 2 levels.
That could be very true, especially losing that cannon with all of that XP and all of that gold. And it looks like we're going to be having an engage here from the Rakan. The jump is going to come through. The ignite's going to kill GHS Liberal there, and they are going to collect another kill there in the bot lane. 300 gold going to Fire Striker on that Rakan there.
All right. We see Zac just getting some vision in the jungle. This is going to be really important later on. You want to have as much vision as you can, especially with Zac. He can gank from pretty much any angle because he maxes E. He can just jump over a bunch of walls, gank it. We might see one right now actually.
That vision is being denied from that pink ward up there in that top side river brush there. He might just wait as Alawi's wave looks to be pushing. He might be able to just wait and be able to get this gank off. It looks like he's going to be channeling that stun. He's going to be able to get it in. He's going to get that root there. He's going to get the pullback. The silence is going to come through from Garen. He's going to spin. Alawi's going to pull the soul. He's not going to have enough healing. And Red Mountain's top laner Garen is going to be able to find that kill there onto Alawi.
Even though she got killed with a huge wave pushing the tower, she still does have TP.
She still does have that teleport this time.
Garen's about to hit level 6 though. He's level 5. Alawi just hit 4. I think Garen is going to hit level 6. Alawi's still deciding to walk.
Looks like we're going to see that rotate here. The cage is going to come through. There's going to be so much damage there. And Lux will lose her life. 300 gold going to Super 1 on that Zac there. Just getting gank after gank off. Just not enough vision there. And just playing a little too far up there. And he's going to be looking to rotate towards this crab here. And which was leashed by his support there. And that's going to be a double crab for Red Mountain here.
See, this is what Zac's all about. Early game ganks for your late game carries. Zac is not going to be that useful as a tank late game. He's actually kind of squishy, but he has a bunch of CC.
And it looks like we're going to be looking for another gank here. The jump isn't going to get the knock up there, but the jump from Rakan is going to be able to get that knock up there. Going to get some really good damage onto their bot lane. Going to get very, very low. But that Senna mist is going to keep them camouflaged and keep them from dying. They will keep their lives, but they don't have any sums there.
I think they were going to look for a dive there, but they ended up getting revealed by the Scryle Bloom. Overall, they know Mundo is bot now. I think they were going to look for a dive overall. Oh, they're going to clear vision, possibly get engaged on, because there is 3 bot, there is a Thresh. Lux is roaming down a little bit. Are they going to go for the Drake right now? They're going to go for the Drake.
They might look for this dragon there. They do have that pink ward in that brush, which will keep any vision out of that dragon pit there. They do also have the 1 ward right outside the pit there to see anyone walk through that bush there. They are missing a little bit of vision if someone walks from that red buff there, but it does look like Red Mountain's going to be able to get this first Ocean Dragon uncontested there.
Yeah, they just got it uncontested. You know, they know they're in the area. They know they can't contest. They're pushed up to, like, their bot lane is just pushed up to tower. They have to farm the wave. They can't come and help. So they just give the Drake up.
Lux is going to realize that that dragon just came down and is going to play a little bit back, as those Zac ganks are just so potent there.
We might see... This is why vision is so important against Zac. He can gank from these weird angles that no other jungler could do. Maybe
he's going to be looking for this jump there. He will get it. Is he going to be able to get that pull? He does get the pull. Will Veigar get the cage? And he will, but Lux will flash out of it and hold on to her life for now. But that is flash down off of that Lux.
That's really good for the Veigar mid lane. You know, now if he ever lands another cage, Lux is just dead. All it takes is 2 abilities from Veigar, like you know, Q, R, and Lux is just dead because he's so squishy.
That Scar's Bloom will not see Super 1 there hiding in that brush. He might look for the repeat gank on the mid lane. She doesn't have flash this time. The cage is going to come through. That level 6 is going to be up on the Veigar, and Youngboy will be collecting another 300 gold there from that Lux. Just these Zac jumps and all that CC is just so strong in these ganks.
Red Mountain ahead of 3k gold. It's not looking too good for Gilbert High School right now.
Does not, in fact. We're looking for another roam top here. He is going to be spotted out by this pink ward. He might still look. He will still look for that jump. You will get Alawi's flash there. I guess she just didn't want to, risk any other rotations there. She will have her jungler there to back her up, but it will look like Zac will be able to secure this topside crab once again there.
Yeah, I think Alawi is just scared of a Yasuo ult. You know. Yeah.
I think she is.
I don't know. I think wasting her flash there was not optimal, you know. Overall, Mundo's now also soaking XP from the Alawi that's already behind in level. They're going to run up.
Mundo is going to be a level down here. That ulti's going to come through. It's going to be dealing so much damage, so much healing, but just not enough there. The soul is going to die, and Zac is going to pick up that kill. There are a lot of tentacles up there in that top lane, but just not enough to get a kill there, and that Alawi and that Mundo will be losing their lives in that top lane.
Even though Alawi is 0-3 and she was down like a level or 2, this is why she's such a big team fighter. You know, she almost killed 2 of them with 1 ult slam. You know, that's just insane. That's why Red Mountain has to play really carefully during team fights, especially late game, because late game Alawi is quite scary if you stand in her tentacles.
All that healing and all that percentage healing as her health bar gets lower as well. But that advantage is just going to grow for Red Mountain for now. Bot lane will be pushing into that tower there. They can look for a back, or they can look to be contesting some vision here. We do have the rotation coming down from the Lux.
4 of them.
She's going to hit the light binding. The jump is going to be there. The flash, the knock up, and the hook, they will all miss there, and Red Mountain looks to be able to get out of here with their lives.
If they were just rotating a little bit faster on everybody, it would have been a 4v2, and Red Mountain just would have been dead there, I think. Rakan might have been able to get away, but the MF had a flash and a heal. I don't think that's enough to get away from 4 people.
So those both sums coming off of the MF with that little skirmish right there, really big for an immobile carry like MF.
Zac may be looking for a rift here because he knows... Oh, he might be looking for a gank or even an invade because he knows that...
He's going to be looking for this jump there, looking for the dive, but doesn't really have enough damage there. You can't get the pullback with that tentacle, so Alawi will be able to escape with her life, but very, very low. Little risky if she decides to stay. Garen does have the Demacian Justice up, and they are going to be able to get the dive off that jump, and plus that Q, all that spinning. He is going to cut her down like a tree.
I won't be honest, I did not know you couldn't pull with Alawi Tentacle with Zac Q. I thought you would be able to because it's a unit.
I'd imagine it has to be like a physical unit, like running, like something that can move around.
Yeah, no, you're right. So Red Mountain is going to get a bunch of top priority here. I think they should go for Rift now.
They can look for that rift. They are going to be able to get that first tower. That is going to be a lot of gold going to Red Mountain here. Going to be looking for a reset here on the Zac.
As you can see, Red Mountain right now just absolutely dominating. Up, was that 9K? Okay, 8K gold overall. They're completely demolishing 10-0. This is the perfect game. They're about to get one of their challenges complete. They're about to get that title. You know, when talking about the perfect game.
They are about to get that
perfect game.
unkillable Demon King stack to their names. Those things are hard to get. You know, 30% kill participation, no deaths. You know, sometimes that's hard.
Red Mountain's making it look easy though.
They are making it look very good right now.
We have a 500 gold shutdown, 150 gold shutdown, a 200 gold shutdown overall. That's probably about 2,500 gold worth.
We do have mythic advantages here. The cage is going to come down around 2 people. No stuns from it just yet. The hook is going to go wide there. Jump's going to come through. The box is going to come through. The Dawning Shadow is going to come through. MF is going to be able to get that kill onto Lux there. A double kill for the MF onto Senna there.
Oh!
Thresh is going to be able to get that dragon, but he will lose his life for it. That is going to be a 3-for-0, 4-for-0 for Red Mountain, but they won't be able to get that dragon.
That is quite sad because Zac did have his smite up during that entire fight.
Sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes you got misclicks. He's going to be looking to get some redemption there, looking for this kill onto Lux, and that skill button, the outplay button from the Vygar is just going to collect that extra gold there for him. Pocket some stacks, pocket some gold.
Garen is also completely just doing Rift by himself, shutting out any hopes that they can get Gilbert High School can get like a gold lead at all, even like get the gold lead to go down, taking everything from him. Even they're gonna start taking his own camps. I mean, they have pry on every single lane. Are they gonna engage the Mundo?
He's going to be looking up to engage on that Mundo, but he does have that CC shield up there from his passive. This doesn't have the follow-up just yet, but they will be able to clear out this vision, clear out these really important camps, and just deny them more gold while putting more in their own pockets.
They might look for a dive here just to takes Lux out. You know, they have a whole entire wave there.
They're going to place that rift down. The charge should be able to kill a tower there. The light binding is going to hit Shelly there, but he is going to be hit by the jump, and the Vygar W is just going to do so much damage. Absolutely decimates that Lux's health bar there.
I think they can go for the tier 2 here.
I think they can. They will be getting that charge off of Shelly there. Shelly earning her paycheck on the rift here.
There's nobody in the area from Gilbert High School even trying to contest this. Mundo is roaming up. He's trying to go behind, but he can't go by himself.
No, he doesn't.
You know, Red Mountain's just so good at roaming. Even if they had 2 people, I think Garen would roam down. They would just 3v2 and win the fight instantly. Red Mountain just has a lot more team cohesion. They're up 13k gold, better macro. They're taking any chances by farming their junglers, farming every jungle
looking for a dive up here in the top lane. That Alawi still does have her ulti up, but that Demacian Justice is going to come down and smite Alawi from existence there. Not even given a chance to fight back there.
You know, Alawi's not doing so hot. She's under level. She doesn't have as much gold and not as much CS. You know, I think it's all due to her not TPing back.
Could be.
If she would have TP'd back...
Light Binding's going to hit, but that jump is also going to come through all of that Zac healing from his passive there, and she's going to lose her life there as well. Maybe maybe walking a little too close to that Zac there. Who can just jump so far.
Yeah, you know, Zac just comes from 3 screens away, and you just knocked up out of nowhere. You know, if you don't have the reaction times of a pro player, you're gonna.
And it looks like MF is gonna be able to find that double kill in the bot lane there. She has that mythic advantage that Senna is building a mirror mana, but it's just not complete yet. And those early MF bullet times just deal so much damage there. Along with all of that engage from the Rakan, looks like Garen is going to be contesting this tier 2 top. He's going to be all by himself there, but the rest of Gilbert High School is going to be preoccupied with that Veigar and that Zac in the mid lane. Final Spark is going to come through. Young boy going to stay pretty healthy there. Going to put the cage down on the Mundo, but he's just going to walk out with that passive there.
I don't know why he just walked out. I think they had a really good they could have like squeezed him out and killed him. Zac might go in here.
Going to be looking for this flank onto the Lux there. Light Binding comes through, the cage comes through, the jump from both Zach and Rakan comes through, and she just had no chance there.
Red Mountain taking advantage of them having both tier 2 towers and a Lux pressing up, even knowing
That jump is going to come through from a mile away, and all of that Veigar damage just so strong here. He has that 18-stack Medjai's. Alawi is going to be caught in that cage, and she will flash out. Doesn't want to get hit by anything he's got, especially that outplay button. And we're going to get that jump, going to proc that Mundo passive there. That'll be off cooldown. We're going to look for another jump here under the tower there. Red Mountain is very strong. He's not going to find anyone there. He's going to get rooted. He's going to put up the ultimate. The final spark is going to come through. Veigar is going to be dealing so much damage there, but we're going to find that shutdown onto Rakan there. But Veigar is still going to be able to pick up that double kill. Youngboy is going to be staying. That cage does come off of cooldown. He doesn't have that ultimate available, but he can still deal so much damage there. We're going to get the flash there. We're going to.
Oh, Veigar ends up getting the kill.
Veigar is just going to decimate Lux's health bar there as well.
Red Mountain that whole time, they were pushing on all 3 lanes, 1-3-1. They were constantly just applying pressure in every single lane.
Garen's going to be looking to spin to win. The Mossy Injustice comes from the sky. Kale gives Garen a high five and lets him have that kill there.
Yeah, Red Mountain just looking like they will secure this victory in a clean fashion. Everything about this whole game was clean. I haven't seen a single misplay for them. It's just going amazing. They're pushing on their inhib towers right now. They're pushing on their inhibs, and that might actually be a bad idea because it's 17 minutes. There's no objectives like a Baron up. Like, they can't really use that pressure. They're just feeding more stacks into Senna.
Right.
So if they don't end soon, or within like the next 10 minutes, they may see a late game Senna that can just burst them down, even regardless how tanky they are.
The chances do seem pretty low, but with all those super minions, that's a lot of gold, that's a lot of experience there going to such a strong late game character. It looks like we're gonna get the Shirelias. We're gonna get the fastening from the Rakan, and then the jump there. Gonna be able to find that double kill onto the Thresh. Rakan gonna be picking up 2 extra kills for himself there. And they are going to be turning onto these Nexus towers. It is 5v3 for a base defense here. Youngboy just does so much damage. The bullet time comes through. Rakan will lose his life to that tower there, but it will not matter. The ace goes to Red Mountain. They will be turning onto this Nexus. There is nothing this Mundo can do to save this game today. And it looks like he will be executed along with his team, but looks like the rest of Gilbert High School is going to come through. But Veigar is still up dealing all kinds of damage there. The Zach jumps are going to come through. Zach might lose his life there. He's going to survive. The healing is going to come through from all of his blobs. He will lose his life to that Alawi, but Red Mountain will be able to pick up this win, taking down Gilbert High School in a fast 18 minutes, 4-35 stomp.
Wow, 21,000 gold ahead.
That is quite the amount of gold, 21,000 gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if Gilbert High School just FFs next game. I mean, like. That was a stomp,
It was a very hard game for them. Maybe they can look, maybe they can talk about strategy, see what they think, and see, maybe there's something they can do better. Maybe they can draft better. Sometimes it's just a matter of experience. Red Mountain's been playing for a long time, and sometimes some teams just don't have that at the same amount of experience. Now.
Yeah. Overall, it was just an amazing play by the Zach the whole time, absolutely smurfing the game. Red Mountain just did not have, not Red Mountain, Gilbert High School did not have vision anywhere at all. Zach could gank from almost any angle, absolutely got the Veigar fed, got the top laner fed, and just ruined the chances of Gilbert High School ever winning. You can have a fed bot lane, but when you have 2 lanes fed and a jungler fed, it's kind of over.
It's very true, especially when you look at that kill participation there on that Zach. 4 kills and 20 assists for a game in which Red Mountain totaled 35 kills. So for 24 out of 35 kills, that Zach was there, either getting that kill or assisting it, or just making it happen. Even though he doesn't have those damage numbers up there.
Oh yeah, the CC in the fight. Him setting up the Veigar to go 14-0 is what I think really won the game. Veigar was 2-shotting Lux with a WQ in the late game, absolutely murdering her. And then even when they even tried to catch up, when Lux was trying to farm mid wave, they would take advantage of that because they know you don't have vision of us. We're gonna go mid lane with Zach. We're gonna CC you. We're gonna ult you, and we're gonna win and push down mid and end.
Yep. So that was a very, very strong win for Red Mountain there, and we'll just be waiting up for Game 2 to start.
hopping into game 2. Red Mountain is going to be on the blue side. We might see the same bans again, or even they're gonna ban the Zach.
They're gonna ban the Zach.
That's
That
quite
was
funny. You know, yeah. I mean, there's nothing they could do against the Zach. Maybe they could ward better next time. I mean, Zach can just gank from any angle he really wants because his E has a massive range. He has so much CC. They're gonna ban the Echo. They're once again banning out Super One, Sean. You know, probably the all-star of Red Mountain's League of Legends team at this moment. They're gonna ban out the Pike too. Is Red Mountain banning out some of their own champs? No, sure. Yeah. Okay, they are triple banning the jungler out right now. The only person that I know he plays now is Nunu,
Right.
and I don't know if Nunu's gonna work with their comp.
We'll
It's
see.
a lot harder to gank with Nunu than it is Zach. We're gonna see
Looks like
Nasus.
We're gonna see a Nasus pick in the top lane. That's the dog there. That's Decane right there. We'll be looking to see some very, very powerful dog up there, maybe. But they are going. Looks like Gilbert is going to be countering with that Mordekaiser pick. That can be rough for that Nasus in the early game.
Yeah. Sejuani. Is this a pro draft right now? What are we doing out here? Yeah, I mean Nasus, he's probably is he going Blitzcrank jungle right now?
There is a possibility. If
I know they just buffed it, but is he actually going to go Blitzcrank jungle? Is he going to go AP AD or is he going to go tank? I think he's going to probably go AD. And if he goes like Kraken against, I mean, it makes sense against Sejuani, but this is this is why I banned Blitzcrank and solo queue. I don't want to deal with a Blitzcrank jungle.
Right, that's very true. Some of those ganks can be crazy. And we're going to be able to see that Katarina on Youngboy there. It wasn't banned out. We did have that triple ban for that jungle, so we will be able to see what that Katarina can do in this game.
I'm so happy I get to see a Blitzcrank jungle. I don't want to say yeah, but I don't think they're gonna swap. If it's a Blitzcrank jungle, I'm gonna be so happy. I want to see what the clears are gonna be like. I just can't wait. Yone, they're banning a mid laner, even though the mid lane has already
The
been
mid lane
picked.
and the top lane are
Already
both picked up. I
yeah.
guess they just don't want to see it anywhere, you know.
Yeah, I wanna
and
see
you know
this-
what? I can agree that champion is very, very annoying.
Oh yeah, I picked him up one day in Earth, and I got a Quadra.
That's-
He is quite an easy champ to play if you have a set of hands.
It's very true.
They're gonna ban out the Thresh. I guess they just did not like the hooks last game. You know, overall right now, the comps aren't looking that amusing to me. I don't know what they're gonna go for right now. If they're gonna go for an engage or a poke, we're gonna have to wait till the bot lane comes in. They can engage with the Blitzcrank even if they are down, let's say like 10 kills. One Blitzcrank hook just changes the whole game. That's all it takes. They can just go Baron immediately afterwards if they go and get a hook. You know, that's why some people say Blitzcrank is the hardest scaling champ in the game. Like at 30 minutes, one hook, you're just dead regardless of who you are. It's quite crazy. We're gonna see a Nyla pick in an MF pick.
I think the Sejuani pick is interesting there. You know, Sejuani has some of the best counter ganks in the game and is very good at picking people out. We're gonna see the
Yeah,
Tom
Tom
Kench
Kench.
pick here that is going to provide Red Mountain a good bit of frontline and a good bit of engage there, as well as some very handy peel after level 6 with that Devour.
Red Mountain does not have a single ranged champion.
Nyla, that's very true. Nyla is a melee character.
Yeah, Red
and
Mountain.
we are going to see
Ooh.
that Morgana pick. The Black
This
Shield
is-
could be very, very good, especially
really
into
good.
that Tom Kench knock up there.
This is. I kind of like Gilbert High School's draft a little bit more. I'm going to be honest. They have more of like a wombo combo with a team fight. You know, one Morgana Q along with MFO or even a Sejuani with MFO is really good. Luxol within that is awesome. And even if somebody's fed, let's say like Katarina gets fed, Mordekaiser can just ult.
And take
And-
them out of the
And
fight.
it's, yeah. And unless Red Mountain has another fed person, which I don't know if they will, because, I mean, they really only have. If you look at both teams, they're kind of pocketing their mid bot lanes right now. Red Mountain, Tom Kench isn't going to carry, neither is like Blitzcrank or, you know, Nasus. They're really pocketing and trying to get a front line for their carries, that being Nyla and Katarina. Well, if you look at Gilbert High School, they have more of a squishy comp. You know, I'd run Blue Cane into this. They have more poke for the early game, but I don't think it's going to help that much in team fights because, you know, they're going to get bursted down by like a Katarina, or they might even just get hooked in bursted down.
It's very true. We are once again going to be having this 3-minute spectator delay. You guys know how it is. We just explained it to you last game. These drafts do look very interesting. I do play. I did one trick Nasus myself. It's a very interesting champion, especially if you can get through that very exhausting early game. Especially if he picks up something with a ghost there and gets pretty fed. That Nasus can be so tanky and can deal so much damage.
Oh yeah, I really like the 25-minute laning phase on Nasus. It's really fun trying to get to 700 stacks. It's I love it. I personally like to play him in the jungle. Because I like walking out after one full clear with 120 stacks.
It is quite the amount of stacks.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not getting invaded, man, you can just keep sitting in your jungle, keep stacking.
The amount of people in gold that invade you as Nasus is 0. I've never been invaded as Nasus.
There you go. It'll make the pick work there.
I'm kind of hoping when we go into the game, Red Mountain is going to try to do some sort of invade with the Blitzcrank.
Blitzcrank is the most notorious level 1 invade champion, but it was mostly for support. But now he can be a notorious level 1 invade champion in the jungle instead.
I just want to see some cheese where they go to Sejuani's blue, pull it out at like 500 health, smite it, take it, and Sejuani just sits there crying to herself why she doesn't have a blue buff.
It would be very sad for Sejuani there. And that Sejuani can definitely make or break a lot of these fights, especially with that Glacial Prison, with all of that CC, those stuns, and just being so very tanky. The Mordekaiser as well, going into that lane, even post 6, most champions have trouble dealing with Nasus as soon as he hits level 6 because that ultimate, the Fury of the Sands, just gives him so much HP and so much tankiness there. But the Mordekaiser can just steal those stats, and even more if he waits until that Nasus ulti is.
Yeah, does Mordekaiser stats steal the lifesteal passive?
No, I believe it's just base stats, right?
I think Gilbert High School has a really good bot lane. They can, even level 2, they can probably go all in and kill the Nyla. I mean, Tom Kench is not that tanky. He doesn't have that much CC. It's just a knockup. Maybe a little bit slow, but I think that MF Morgana is a pretty scary combo, especially if you hit an early game route, because we know how long Morgana route is.
Very long.
It's a very, very long thing. It's almost as long as the spectator delay.
It is almost as long as a spectator delay. And I swear, one time I got hit by a Morgana route late game, and I think I got an AFK warning. I think it's just that long.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a guy on YouTube that did that. He tried to get an AFK warning with Morgana route.
I think you could, especially now that Earth is out. Try it out. Try it out. See what you can do. Maybe pick a Lux and a Morgana and just, never let anybody move.
No, I actually permaban Morgana and Earth because I hate the roots. I hate them.
The roots are very
They're
long.
quite annoying.
And it does look like we are going to be loading into game 2 here.
Oh. I can't wait to see how this goes. I just want to see Red Mountain absolutely demolish, or even maybe get demolished. Maybe get humbled a little bit.
That's true.
I'm here for I am a Mountain Lion, but at the end of the day, I like to watch a good league game.
That's very true. What's important to us here in the casting booth is interesting gameplay, so that we can seem even more interesting to you guys watching at home there.
Oh, that's so true. Yeah.
All right, so we have champion spawning into the Rift now.
All right, let's look at the Blitzcrank here. We're gonna see if he might go for an early invade. Who knows? I mean, last time Gilbert High School did do a 5-point, so they could avoid those. They might do it again. Are they gonna go for a counter invade themselves? They are looking for. Maybe they're looking for a
Misfortune
Morgana route.
might be looking for that bait there. They don't know that he's in there, but they're not going to look for it. The hook is going to come in. They're going to pull Bacon Soup there. Bacon Soup is going to get so incredibly low that the first blood's going to go to Tom Kench with the ignite there. They are going to run away with.
If I was Red Mountain, I would go back in. I mean, they got a few flashes, not flash, yeah. Actually, they didn't get any summoner spells. Wow, I'm surprised that not a single person on Gilbert High School did not try and flash away.
That hook just barely goes wide, though.
We know why it missed. It's a height diff.
It is a height diff. That terrain can really mess up those skill shots for you.
Are they gonna keep trying to invade?
And it does look like they will be pressing on here. There's no vision here just yet. The Dark Binding is going to go a little wide here.
Blitzcrank is trying to wait for that.
The cooldown's going to come back up. He's going to be able to get that hook in. Bray Legend 3 is going to be pulled in, and he's going to lose his life to Fire Striker there. The Tom Kent is going to be picking up that second kill. There's going to be a flash and a heal from Mr. Bobby Pie. They're going to be losing both flash and heal for this early laning phase here.
I'm gonna be honest. It was a really good fight. I mean, they got 2 kills out of it, and they're at 1K gold right now. But it kind of sucks because now, Blitzcrank's not a really good clear in the jungle. I know they just buffed it, but he's gonna have half health going into his jungle, and the ADC is gonna have half health. She already used her pot. She's gonna go into lane half health. She might just get outpoked by the Morgana, MF.
And what is very unfortunate for that Blitzcrank clear as well, for that first buff there, is that a lot of his clear is built on that extra on-hit magic damage from his W that they just gave to him. But he might be looking for a 3 camp there. We do have some trading up there in the top lane. Mordekaiser is going to be looking to try to abuse. He will hit that level 2 first. Gonna be able to have that grab there available to him.
Nasus already has 9 stacks, a perfect amount.
Perfect amount.
Perfect amount.
And he's going to get that 12th one there. Looks like we got a fight going on in the bot lane there. We're going to get both sums out of GHS Liberal there, both the heal and the flash there. Mr. Bobby Pie on that Nyla is going to get so incredibly low. Looks like she will have to take that base there. Drop of a feather might just kill her.
A drop of, yeah. I mean, this is what we were talking about, Overall, Gilbert High School took advantage of the half-health Nyla, even a little bit less than that had no pots at all. And now they're going to have a level 2 advantage. They're slow pushing this, which is a good idea because when they slow push it, they're going to crash it and just keep constantly poking the enemy bot lane under tower. They're going to be level 3. They're going to Gilbert High School is going to be level 3, but Red Mountain's only going to be level 2 by the time they get back. Maybe even level 4 for Gilbert High School if they can get another wave or 2.
Yeah, and it's just, especially for a melee ADC like Nyla, who, it's so easy for her to get poked out because everyone else has more range than she does in that bot lane there. As we see that, that MF, that bullet rain is just going to come through, just going to be dealing some extra poke damage there.
Yeah, overall, I think right now Gilbert High School has won the bot lane. I think they have the tempo. They have tempo in the bot lane. If we go to mid right now, though,
does look like Blitz did look for that gank in the mid lane, but not going to get it out of mana there. Crimson is going to be out of mana as well.
See, look at right now, Blitzcrank's still level 2. That's because he simply just was unable to farm most of his jungle because, Gromp's pretty tanky. You can't do that with half health on a Blitzcrank.
And it does look like we have Sejuani walking into her jungle here looking for her blue buff. She does have a level on him, but she is just so incredibly low there. Just doesn't have the damage there. Super's going to be able to hit level 3, and you're going to look for this kill onto Bray here.
Oh my
The stun's going to come
God.
through. The invade is going to work out. He's still going to be slow. Maybe look for this Dark Binding here. He's going to get slowed by that Lux rotation. He's going to flash, and it does look like he will be able to escape. Crimson will back off, not going to overcommit, not going to walk into that Red Mountain bot lane there.
It's super sad because Lux was out of mana because she was just trying to keep poking that cat. We talk about these poke lanes against melee, but it does have consequences. She had no mana to even try and. She only threw out an E. She didn't have time to throw out even like a Q to try and stun the Blitzcrank right in front of her face.
Very true there. Looks like we will be able to get a bot push here for Red Mountain. Looks like it will start slow pushing back there. Sejuani still in that bot side, will be spotted out by that ward inside of her blue buff there. Top lane looking as you'd expect from this lane, a little slow there. Mord's lane will be slow pushing towards this Nasus. He could look for a freeze if the Mord lets him, but he probably won't, as that it would be just free farm for Nasus.
This is a really good play for Mordecai for Nasus, because he can just free farm under tower and get a bunch of stacks for free.
Very true there. Looks like Sejuani's going to be looking for this gank there. No Glacial Prison just yet. A little too early in the game. The Dark Binding is going to hit, but there's not going to be any follow-up there. Gonna hesitate a little bit, but can't find anything this time.
Yeah, overall, right now, Red Mountain bot lane is looking like they're going to be the ones to win.
The Nyla's going to get so incredibly low. JHS Liberal is going to be looking for that kill there. The exhaust is going to come down onto Tom Kench. Going to get that stun from the passive there. Looks like Crimson got that kill onto Youngboy there. The Katarina does. And she will make it out with her life there. Is going to lose that flash, but will pick up that kill.
We might see a potential engage here. I know they're super low, but
the Tom Kench is going to go in, but Blitzcrank is going to get hit by that dark binding there. The Black Shield's going to come through. Any stun from Tom Kench won't go through, but it will come out now. Nyla's going to dash in, and she will pick up that kill onto the Misfortune there. She just overcommitted and overstayed there. And Nasus is going to find that solo kill onto Mordekaiser there, even through the Death Realm. The Fear of the Sands just giving him too much HP and too much tankiness there.
Yeah, this is why they had to ban out Zach. You know, this is a lot closer of a game. There's not as many ganks, you know. It's just about having better micro in this game, you know. Who can be the better laner overall? And overall, it looks like top lane is one for Red Mountain, but bot lane is still looking like a win for Gilbert High School.
Still, it does look quite a bit more even than last game. They have picked up a single kill, which is one more than Gilbert High School did have last game. But
if I was Gilbert High School, I would try and look to get a. I would try to look for a Drake here. They're gonna have to go for jungle objectives eventually. I mean, they have a really good bot lane right now. They're decently fed. I would try and get a push and force them out to be under tower and just go get Drake. They can't get contested by a Blitzcrank jungle. There's no way. It's not like a Zach who can just steal it over wall.
right.
That's what I would try and do here.
They are able to get that bot lane pushing, and it does look like they will be looking for this dragon.
Wow.
4-man on this dragon. The Blitzcrank is going to be topside. They don't have any vision on this drag pit here. They will be bringing it out just in case there, but it does look like that is going to be a Hextech dragon going the way of Gilbert High School.
You know, that's really good for the MF. Actually, it's really good for the mages too, because it also gives ability haste.
Ability haste, that's very
Yeah.
true.
Overall, MF is now level 6. Nala just hit level 6. MF's been level 6 for about half a minute now, about 30 seconds or so. So she is just about half a level up on her. We're going to see that Kench is actually ahead of a level on the Morgana, very slightly though. If we can get a Morgana ult, maybe even with a stopwatch, we could just see an MF ult and Red Mountain's bot lane could just die.
They could just die. That bullet time doing a whole lot of damage, especially early. Just not a lot of resistances here. That Dark Binding is going to hit onto the Nyla. The Devourer is going to come out, and she will get out there. But that is the Devourer down.
Wow.
I don't think Mr. Bobby Pie expected that Dark Binding to hit through those minions there. It looks like we're going to have a gank coming in the mid lane. The Shunpo comes through the Death Lotus, and Youngboy's going to be able to pick up that kill onto Lux there. And it looks like we're going to have a solo dive top lane. The Fear of the Sands comes out. The Death Realm as well. He's going to tank some tower shots there. Sejuani does come up for the rotation. She hits level 6. We get the kill onto the Mordekaiser there. Out of mana, but he will get the stack plus 24 onto the Sejuani.
Nasus surviving with the smallest HP amount, healing with Q, with no mana. He had enough just for 2 Qs and ended up winning that.
The lifesteal plus that lethal tempo getting all the way stacked up. He's just fighting for his life, and he earns it.
Whew. Wow. That was a fight. I thought Nasus was gonna die there. I really thought he was.
He was getting really close there.
I shouldn't have underestimated how much his lifesteal is, especially at level 9. I mean, it's not even level 2 ult, and he had so much lifesteal, you know, just from his passive.
You gotta wonder where that Glacial Prison was, though, from Sejuani. It looks like she didn't put a level into her ultimate there.
That's the reason why she went and stopped and was hitting the minions. Like, for anyone that was watching, if you maybe wonder why she would just like one at a time and start autoing minions instead of getting the low HP Nasus, is because she needed level 6.
Yep.
But she decided not to, you know.
Looks like we're gonna have that jump there. The big Nyla ulti is gonna get both in that pull there. And the Blitzcrank is going to be securing that MF kill, and Nyla's going to be able to get that 300 gold from that Morgana there. Very big kill for Red Mountain there. Very big play there.
You know, we saw they really couldn't do anything. You know, once they got the overall knockup, immediately after that they got silenced by the Blitzcrank ult, and they were just done for. You know, they can't really do much. MF can't Oh, she can't even flash. She can't even heal because she's silenced. You can't even have a flash or even an exhaust from Morgana because she's also silenced. It was just an overall good gank by Red Mountain.
Very, very big engage from that Tom Kench knockup. Just very big play for this bot lane. After hitting 6, looks like they're trying to take control of this lane here.
He does not know that it is warded, so Lux is just sitting back, playing really smart. Doesn't want to get hooked by a Blitzcrank. You never know how big it is, especially when you're in the higher ground. You know.
That's very true.
You just never know. She's just gonna wait until it comes there. Sejuani hovering a little bit, gonna go to her Raptors though. So overall, Red Mountain just got the tempo back in the bot lane.
Katarina is going to be looking for a rotation in the bot lane, but she is going to be spotted out by these wards here. And they will tell her to leave with that bullet rain coming in from Miss Fortune there.
Since they know that Blitzcrank and Katarina are bot, I wouldn't be surprised if Sejuani
And it looks like Crimson is going to get hooked there. The stun and the silence is going to come through. The Shunt is going to come through. Deathload is still available. The Electrocute is going to kill the Lux there. Deathload comes in. Just not enough damage. Sejuani is just very tanky already.
Once again, we wonder where the Glacial Prison is. She could have stopped Katarina really quickly there, but she decided not to.
Holding it for late game, perhaps. And we're gonna get this. We're gonna get the hook there onto the Sejuani. She's not gonna be able to queue out. The Shunpo in front blocks the dash. Very well played there from the Katarina. Another kill onto this Blitzcrank jungle.
Yeah, Red Mountain has just been. You know, they may have not had the best micro, but they have really good macro. And
it looks like Blitzcrank is gonna be looking for another gank in this bot lane there. The knockup's going to come through. The Nyla ulti bullet time's going to come through. Just not enough damage, though. She's going to get devoured by that Tom Kench and is just going to get demolished there. A double kill going to Fire Striker. Double kill, 600 gold going to that Tom Kench there.
You know, Red Mountain got a really good early lead, and then, you know, Blitzcrank ended up being behind overall because of it, and the bot lane ended up being behind overall. But they bounced back. They were able to just play good macro, have good ganks, and were able to come back into this game, even be... What was that, 8K ahead in gold?
8,000 encroaching on 9,000 gold. Red Mountain's bot lane will be looking to grab those plates in bot lane. They do grab one and are going to be looking for a very, very good reset with some fat pockets there.
You know, Sejuani, she doesn't have any prio bot lane anymore. She has not that bad of a winning top lane. You know, top lane is still slightly winning. I wouldn't be surprised if she went for Rift here. But we see, you know, this is quite interesting. You don't see...
The Death Realm is going to come through. He's going to hold that Fury of the Sands. Doesn't want to lose those stats there. He is out of mana, however, but Mordekaiser will not be looking for the all-in. Just 2 levels down. Just feels a little too weak to go for that there. We're going to get the shutdown there onto Youngboy. They're going to get caught out by that Morgana, and it does look like that's going to be a second dragon going Gilbert High School's way. GHS Liberal is going to be looking for this kill here. The Tom Kench knockup is going to get onto this Lux. He's going to be able to look for the kill here. Shield comes up, not able to get the follow-up there, but Nyla's going to flash forward, get those double dashes in, and is going to get that kill onto Morgana there. The Tom Kench picking up another kill, but that dragon is going to be going Gilbert High School's way along with that objective bounty. The hook is going to come through, and they are going to be able to eat some bacon here today. The Tom Kench knockup is also going to come through. Black Shield a little bit late here, and that is going to be a double kill going to Nyla and Red Mountain there.
You know, overall, I had Gilbert High School. They should have just won with the pick and got the Drake, but they really wanted to greed for those bounties, and they ended up paying with their lives. You know, there was a whole long sequence. They ended up getting a bunch of summoner spells for it, but I just don't think it was that worth it. They should have used their advantage that they already had. There was a 4v5. Blitzcrank was already out of commission. They should have just went and got the Drake, not chased the Blitzcrank. You know, even though he did survive with 1 HP.
Some greed kills. Greed, in fact, kills. And it did kill Gilbert High School there. We do have that Rift Herald up. Sejuani is in her top side there. Top lane is pushing in. They do have that prio there. Not a lot of vision, but we are going to be seeing the invade onto the Sejuani's jungle here. Just doesn't have that prio to contest this.
A Blitzcrank that was down 2 levels in the early game is now up 1 level on the Sejuani, and they're going to make her even more behind now, but just keep constantly invading her, taking her farm, taking all of her XP. They see Blitzcrank top, bottom. They know that he's bottom, so they're going to try and go for the Rift, but it gets... knocked off by the Nassus because,
He's very strong, level 12 there. He does have that Fury of the Sands up, as well as that Ghost. Just makes him so very strong in skirmishes and team fights there. It does look like they're going to try to get that pick onto Katarina here. MF will lose her life to that Blitzcrank there. Sejuani and Mordekaiser are going to get caught up in the top side jungle there, and that's going to be plus 24 going to that Nasus there. That Ghost just lets them catch up, just stick onto them.
They had more vision. They collapsed in on him. Blitzcrank got a really good hook, ended up killing MF off of it. They should go Rift right now. Right now, because the wave clear is too good on Lux and Morgana. Nasus is cute under tower, but I don't think it's going to do that much damage.
He does have that ulti available to him, but
so
we
much
don't
damage.
have any other damage to put onto that Nasus there. That hook is going to come through. The final spark comes through. Not enough damage there. Youngboy's going to get very low from that tower shot there, but it is just going to be a kill for Red Mountain there, not trading anything there. Going to be looking for picks with his Blitzcrank, but he is going to get spotted out by that ward there. And it looks like Red Mountain wants to siege his tower. He's going to be able to find the hook there. Going to get that ulti through. Lux is going to survive with just 1 HP, but it's not. The passive from that ultimate's going to kill her there. They are going to continue their siege here on this tier 2 tower there. It's a 2v5 here. The Death Realm comes through. Fear of the Stands is also going to come through. Naz is going to survive. They're doing so much damage with each of those Qs on such a low cooldown. Their bullet time is going to come through. Clear this wave there. He's going to get pulled, and that is going to be GHS Liberal dying to Red Mountain once again here. Successful siege there for Red Mountain, picking up 2-3 extra kills along with that tier 2 tower.
Once again we see Sean Super One just absolutely smurfing on everybody else. He's the one that's doing all these engages like he did last game with the Zac. He is quite literally carrying the team on his back right now. Every single engage there, every single kill was due to a Blitzcrank hook. He's just hitting him. He's just putting the thread,
Knocking those down have been very, very important for Red Mountain here. Getting so many free picks, so much free gold there. Looks like we are going to have a fight there. Youngboy's going to go so incredibly low there. They might be fighting over this contest. Super's going to be able to get another kill there. The Glacial Prison is going to come through. They're going to look to catch out Gilbert High School in the topside jungle. This might be the final fight there. The pull is going to come through. The Tom Kench knockup is going to hit. Double kill going to Nyla once again there.
I think Red Mountain just ends down mid now. They have a rift. They're on long timers. I think they can just rift down and end the game. They don't have to wait for anything. They might be looking for this end there. Lux just might not have enough wave clear there, just not enough items there. The Rift, Shelly is going to spawn there. Look for this charge here. They're going to catch out GHS Liberal down here in the bot lane, the tier 2. They're just too tanky.
And they're going to get that 2v1 dive in. They are going to be looking onto this Nexus there. The final spark is going to find Youngboy. They're going to get that shutdown onto the Lux there. Tom Kench is going to come in not fast enough to get that Devourer and save her. Nyla, the ultimate's going to come through, going to pull in, dealing so much damage. She's going to walk in there. Going to take so much damage. The Devourer comes through, saves the Nyla's life there. Mordekaiser does not have that W up for that shield. Triple kill for Nyla. Very big there, and it looks like Red Mountain wants to look for the end here.
What a good play by the Nyla. Ulting to make sure they couldn't hit the Rift or auto it, so they can get this last little charge onto the tower, so they can just end a lot easier now.
Hook is going to go a little bit wide. Charge from the Sejuani is not going to hit here, but there's just not a lot of wave clear here. But they are about to run out of minions here. But we do have that Nasus on the bot lane, pushing this inhibitor tower, looking for this bot inhib. Final Spark's going to come through, looking to clear some of that wave there. But they will. The hook is going to come through from Super 1. He's going to be able to kill that MF again. The Fury of the Sands comes through. The Ghost comes in. The Glacial Prison, but doesn't keep him locked up enough. The double kill going to Tom Kench, and they will just be looking for this Mordekaiser and the end there. We are going to be seeing a 2-0 for Red Mountain today. Just two very dominant games, especially from that jungle and that top side of the map there.
Wow. Yeah, overall, I think, I actually thought the top side today was going to be boring. I thought, we saw the Garen and Lara. I was like, this isn't going to be that fun to fight. They're just going to hit each other. No one's going to die at all. I thought it was going to be interesting. But Red Mountain made it interesting, especially with the Zac play, with the Blitzcrank. They just constantly ganked, I really think the jungle was the superstar today.
Very
just
strong.
set up, just
a lot of
fed-
playmaking today.
Yeah, a lot of playmaking. Hit every hook. You know, he was hitting hitting Zach E. Got almost everybody fed on the team. You know, went and salvaged bot after them getting shut out of the lane. Just overall great playmaking and macro decisions by Red Mountain.
And that is going to be 2-0 for Red Mountain today, guys. Some two very dominant games, and we'll catch you next time for Red
Yeah.
Mountain's League of Legends.